Okay, hi, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining in to our Market Watch episode 7. All right, I hope you guys are still doing great. Okay, so last week we took a short break. Okay, and this week we are actually back with again. Today we have a lot of opportunities that I just wanted to share with you. But before we go to the opportunities, I think something that is going on in everybody's mind is that Bowen, you talk about valuation being so high, everything is so expensive. So should I still be buying more, or should I actually be taking a break and wait for the things to actually comes down before I actually go into the market? Right, so that will be our key focus for tonight. All right, that's the key focus for tonight. So if you're watching this, okay, yeah, I just want to say hi to everybody. And of course, as usual, if you're from Singapore, okay, if you're from Singapore, can you just help me to hit the like button, hit the thumbs up button? Okay, from Singapore, hit the thumbs up button. If you're from Malaysia, okay, give us some love. Okay, give us some love. All right, and of course, if you're from other parts of the country, you can actually type in the laughing emotion. Okay, type the laughing emotion. So we're gonna wait for maybe about 2 to 3 more minutes, okay, and then we will actually get started. So again, today's topic is going to be on, should I still buy when valuation is at all-time high? Okay, I know that this is something that a lot of you are wondering, in terms of the market valuation. So that will be our key focus, okay, but definitely there will still be opportunities, and that is also one of our key focus as well. Okay, I'm going to share with you some of the opportunities that I have actually spotted, and I want to share with you, as fast as possible. So, let's have the numbers up, so that I can actually jump in and share with all of you, some of the opportunities for next week. Yep. So help us to like and share this live to your friends and family, so that they will also be able to see, the market update for next week as well. And if you are here, just help me, okay, comment hello inside the Facebook chat, so that I know that you are actually watching. I can see some of you already said hi. Jeffrey, hello. And we have Mike, Han Hock, as well as Eileen. So for those of you who just came in, all right, just comment hello, where you're from. If you're from Singapore, type SG. If you're from Malaysia, type MY. If you're from other parts of the country, just type the country that you are from as well, so that I know that who is actually watching this. Great. And once again, like I said, last week we took a short break. Okay, so today, okay, I have received feedback that some of you say that, Bowen, last week there's no market watch. I'm not sure what to do, when the market opens. Right. So that's why today we are back. So next week, don't worry, we will definitely have opportunities to look at. All right, great. I can see Albert, Damien, Lily Roof, Ken, and Pei Lee as well. Fantastic. All right, so I'll be starting in about 1 minute. All right, yes, thank you so much, Kit from Singapore. Yes, from Singapore. Okay, we'll be starting in about 1 more minute. Okay, so help us to like and share, so that more people can actually watch this Facebook live, so that it can also benefit them as well. All right, so today's topic, very interesting. Today is about valuation. It's about whether should I continue to buy, or should I actually hold cash right now. Maybe you can let me know, how many of you here, maybe you can share how much cash are you currently holding, okay, in terms of percentage. If you're holding like a 50% cash right now, you can just type 50. If you're not invested at all, you can type 100% cash. Or if you are almost 100% vested into the market, you can put 0%. So how much cash are you holding right now in terms of percentage? All right, in terms of portfolio. So don't worry, we wouldn't know how big is your portfolio, so it can be confidential. We just want to have a rough understanding in terms of the audience that is watching this. How much cash are you actually holding right now? And hello, Celine and Hansen, Rutira, as well as Shuning. Okay, so Rutira is at 30% cash. Great. So almost 70% is vested in the market, and Shuning is 10% cash, which means that it's pretty much almost all vested. J King is 50%, so half. Kit is 35% cash. Lily is about 70% cash, so only a slightly smaller amount. Okay, Albert is like 30% cash, so the rest is all invested. Wow, very interesting. Actually, I can see that most of you are there are more people that are below 50%, which means that the amount that you are invested into the stock market, I would say most of us, we are vested above 50%. Okay. Oh, now here comes the 70%. Okay. So 70% cash for Ken, as well as Han Hock as well, and Sheng, 15% cash. Great. Amazing. Again, like I said, there's no right or wrong. Okay, again, we are here to learn. I will share with you my personal view. All right, and then hopefully it will also benefit you to make the decision after tonight's market watch. So let's get started. Okay, again, just want to say thank you for those of you who are here on time at 9 p.m. All right, yeah. Yes, Lily Roof took profit, leaving the balance of free stock. Amazing. Wow, everything is free stock. So just let it run. Great. So today, as you can see, I have made some adjustment in terms of the sequence. So usually what I do is I share the new insights, okay, which is what to do. Okay, but for today, I realized while I was doing the content that actually from some of the opportunities that I'll be sharing, it also, shows what are some of the things that I'm actually doing. So I thought, okay, why not? Okay, I'll just show you the bigger picture first. Let's look at the short-term market direction. Let's understand a bit about the valuation for those of you who have missed some of my previous market watch. And of course, in terms of the opportunities that are available in the market, then we come to look at what should we do, okay, for in terms of overall strategies. And last but not least, we will still have our Q&A segment. All right, let's go. And of course, before we continue, very importantly this is the disclaimer lah. So make sure that you do your own due diligence. Okay, so whatever I share with you is purely my personal take. So yeah, when it comes to investment, definitely there will be risk. So depending on your portfolio as well, that's why I would say that you make sure that you actually understand. Okay, more importantly over here is understanding the reason why I do certain things and try to see if it can actually apply to your current portfolio as well. All right. So don't just copy blindly. Okay, so let's start off with the short-term market direction first. Okay, wow, it's been some time since I shared this. Yes, thank you so much, Jackson. Yes, nice background. Okay, in fact, there's no background. Yeah, background is my bedroom. Okay, let me just remove for now. Okay, yes. So the S&P 500, okay, which is the the 500 companies in the US stock market in terms of the index. As you can see, pretty standard. Okay, nothing has changed. Okay, over the last few days. Okay, last week some of you have you got probably a little bit of a scare in terms of the early parts of the week. The market starts dropping. But again, if you have been following Market Watch for over the last few months, you would know that, okay, when the market drops for a couple of days, okay, we do not want to make any fast conclusion whether the market is going to have a recession or what. Okay, we don't want to conclude that fast. Again, the very important line for us to look at is this orange line, which is the EMA 50 line. So for those of you who have been looking at this, you can see that very much I have told you that the EMA 50 line is a very strong support for the S&P 500. Yeah, and even based on what happened last week, same thing. When the candle touches, not exactly touches, even if it comes close to the EMA 50, it has already bounced up pretty strongly. So let's see how the markets will react tonight. Okay, and of course, if the market continues to go up, yeah, pretty much I would see that it will continue to achieve new high. In fact, you can actually see that every time the market had a dip like this, okay, what happened subsequently? The market went to all-time high. You can see a dip like this, the market rebound and it goes to all-time high. Same thing, okay, if the market drop and then the market rebound strongly, okay, it could continue to go even higher to achieve all-time high. Great. Oh, that's weird. Let me just do a quick check. How many of you here are still able to watch me? Okay, because on my personal Facebook, I'm not sure, but my phone shows that I am being kicked out of the Facebook Live. So I'm just trying to do a quick check. Allow me to do a quick check. I'm not sure why, but on my phone, I was being kicked out. Okay, but it seems like I'm still back in. Okay, great. Okay, y'all can hear me. If you can hear me, can you just type in 888-888 if you can hear me? Right. So as what I've mentioned, like what Jackson also mentioned, okay, EMA is strong support for S&P 500. I profited a bit in the last sudden dip. Exactly. Okay. once you know exactly how the market moves, it is a lot easier for you to, benefit from it as well. So let's move on to the Dow Jones. So same thing, Dow Jones a little bit more tricky because it's very concentrated to the 30 largest company in the Dow Jones Index lah, okay, in the index. So as you can see, in terms of the drop, it doesn't get supported, like very, very nicely at the EMA 50 line, but you can still see that it is being supported lah, definitely. All right, so again, nothing, I would say that it will, as per normal, continue to rebound higher. But one thing to take note is that for the Dow Jones, one thing you can actually see over the last couple of months is that the strength is, let me ask you, do you think the strength of the market is strengthening or weakening? If you think it's strengthening, put S. If you think it's weakening, put W. Oh, how come you are here one? Oh, got friends. Jeffrey also got friends here. Great. Okay, yeah, a lot of people watching lah, so it's normal, Jackson. Yeah, share with more of your friends. Okay, Esmond say strengthening. Okay, what about the rest? Okay, Ken say weakening, Albert Su weakening, Jackson weakening, Eileen weakening, Rachel weakening. Yes, exactly. Yeah. In fact, how do you know whether it's strengthening or weakening? You can look at the strength. Okay, you look at the arrow, you look at the line. I can see it's coming down, right? The gradient is getting flat, is flattening lah. Okay, the proper word is called flattening. All right, again, it doesn't imply a lot of things, but one thing to take note is that the buyer is weakening lah. Okay, so again, like I said lah, once the buyer is exhausted, okay, then that's where the seller can comes in a lot easier. All right, so just something for us to take note. Like I said, because the market has gone up quite a fair bit lah. Even if there's a slightly bigger drop, I wouldn't say that it's a surprise. All right, but as of now, I would say the market is pretty predictable so far. Dow Jones, okay, sorry, this is the Nasdaq. So Nasdaq is the same. Okay, it's going a little bit sideways as per previously what I've mentioned, what I've drawn. Okay, but again, like I said, with the recent drop, okay, let's see if it can go to all-time high. Okay, let's see if it can actually has the power to go all the way to the all-time high. All right. And in terms of the TLT, okay, the long-term treasury yield, I think everything has been pretty good. The TLT has been going up, which also means that the long-term interest rate is actually dropping. So that is actually a very good catalyst and booster for the tech sector. All right. So, yep, I do see that the market, if nothing goes wrong, the tech sector should continue to recover and achieve all-time high. Right. So, I have been talking about this word called all-time high. Okay. So it also means something. It also means something. So what happens is that, as you can see, the market multiplier, in terms of the S&P 500, this is based on the Shiller PE. Shiller PE. It is also at an all-time high. This is, okay, what is the PE ratio? Okay. So PE ratio basically tells you how expensive or how cheap the market is. So it is a multiplier based on the earnings of the company. So in this case, it's based on the 500 companies, okay, in the United States, and there is a multiplier effect to in terms of the share price. So one thing to understand, right, is that the multiplier is not like earnings of a company, whereby a company can continue to make more and more money, okay, as long as the business continue to grow. But a multiplier is just like a number, so it goes up, it comes down, it goes up, it comes down. Okay, it is also built in based on the market sentiment. So when the market is overly bullish, what happened to this multiplier? This multiplier becomes bigger. So you can see why I exclude the dot-com bubble. Okay, reason being, as what you have seen, it's a bubble. A bubble is not normal. Okay, bubble happens, when the market is kind of over optimistic, right? That's why it's called a bubble. So right now, if we exclude this very long, sharp peak, which happened in year 2000, pretty much can you see that based on the multiplier, we are already at the highest point. Okay, and some of you say that, Bowen, we should include this dot-com bubble, which I also agree. Okay, so maybe I will just call this the COVID bubble since the price is also pretty high. Okay, so let's say this is the COVID bubble. All right, so what I personally foresee is that I believe that the market has the power to go to the all-time high in terms of the multiplier, which is around 44. Okay, so right now this Shiller P is at 38. So I still see that it will continue to go up higher lah. Is it possible for it to go above 44? The answer is yes. One of the reasons why, like I said, in terms of the amount of liquidity in the market, it is a lot more this time round. Okay, and again, this time round is also a little bit similar to the dot-com bubble, whereby the dot-com bubble happened because there was a rise in, the internet company. So it was like a change of the digitalization. All right, where we came from a place where with no internet, and then suddenly internet came and disrupt a lot of the companies. So same thing, you realize that actually because of COVID, a lot of business also get disrupted. The amount of technology has also advanced and improved tremendously. Right, so I would say that okay, we are looking at something almost very similar to the dot-com bubble, and with the amount of liquidity in the market, I think there's a chance that the multiplier can go even higher than 44. But having said that, okay, again, it's not just me who is looking at this chart. There are a lot of other big boys, a lot of other big players out there who is pretty much looking at this chart. So it also means that once the multiplier hit 44, some of the investors will say that maybe let's just liquidate and let's just wait lah. Since it's already that high, is it possible for it to go a bit higher? The answer is yes, but we know that the risk is going to be much higher as the multiplier continues to go up. So what happened is that usually who will be the one that will continue to buy towards the end of the bubble? It is actually the retail investor. Okay, it is actually the retail investor. Pretty much the institutional investor towards the end, they have already start to sort of some position, and when everybody starts selling, that's where the big crash actually comes lah. So my personal take, okay, just to reiterate again, is I do foresee that the multiplier can go as high as 44 or even higher. But personally for me, once it reach 44, I will probably sell off quite a huge percentage of my position. Okay, maybe I'll just leave about 10 to 20% vested in the market. Other than that, I will just hold cash lah. So that's my personal take. So again, like I said, in terms of the overall market outlook, this is my personal opinion. Again, please do your own due diligence. Short term, I would say that market continue to stay bullish, and mid term, I do foresee a major correction. So, $1 million question. A lot of people say, Bowen, when do you think it is mid term? When do you think the crash is going to come? In the past, I always give them a specific date. Okay, how many of you here would love to know the exact date that the crash will come? Okay, how many of you, if you want the exact date, can you just type in me? If you want to know exactly on which particular date the crash will actually happen. Okay, if there's a lot of me, I will actually share later on. So I'll just let y'all type in first. So I'll just go on with the opportunity that I've actually spotted in the market for next week. Albert 1. Okay, later. Let's see if there's more lah. Okay, Elaine Jackson. Wow, so many. Okay, let me go through this opportunities first before I go to the when is the crash is going to come. February 29, 2022. Nope, that's not correct. Okay, so TSM. Okay, this is a company that I personally love a lot. Okay, this is a strong mode company. Great earnings, wonderful. Okay, with all the shortage in the market right now, chip shortage. Okay, but this company continue to, they are running at almost like 100%. Okay, with like the next 3 to 5 years, the orders are also fully booked. This is the kind of companies that they are actually operating at in terms of the efficiency. Right, but of course, like I said previously, this company has gone up quite a fair bit. So right now is taking a break. Okay, so remember, the stock market also take a break one. So it's like today you go and run a marathon. You run very fast during the first 1 kilometer. What happened during the second kilometer? You slow down, right? All right, so same thing. The stock market is the same thing. The stock chong. Now it is taking a break. So you can see that it is going sideways. Right, so is it a bad thing for the market to go sideways? Not really. I mean, yes and no lah. Okay. So some people don't like sideways because they don't know how to make money. But if you know how to make money when the market is sideways, then wow, even better. Okay, even better. So today, okay, actually, you already know lah. But I will just go through again. So when the market is going sideways, what you can do is you can just invest based on a sideways strategy lah. So what is a sideways strategy? When the market reach the bottom, which is the support, what should you do? When the market reach the support, which is over here, you buy. Okay. And when the price hit the top of the yellow line, which is the resistance, you say goodbye. All right, so very simple. When you reach the bottom, you buy. When you reach the top, you say goodbye. Right, so that's exactly what you do when it comes to a sideways market. So it's more of a short-term strategy. So you do not hold, like a month, okay? But as you can see over here, from May, probably you'll get out somewhere around June, July, about 1 to 2 months. All right, so I would say it's always less than 3 months for this kind of short-term strategy. So same thing right now, okay? TSM is right at the bottom of the line, which is at the support. Again, we do not want to rush in first. Okay, don't be in a kanchong mood to rush in first. As you can see, what we want to do is wait for confirmation. Okay, you can see this very nice green candle, right? Bouncing back up. You can see all the nice green candle bouncing back up. This will tell you that the buyer is coming in. That means a lot of people is watching the same thing as me, as you lah. Okay, so right now you don't know yet because now it's still red candle. Okay, but if you see a nice green candle, it tells you that wow, a lot of people is watching the same thing. So a lot of people also start buying lah. So you buy together with them lah. That's how you make money lah. All right, so you can see this upside is about from 110 to about 120, about $15 lah. That's about 10-15%. Not too bad, not too bad. Especially with options. If you go for a short-term options, you can actually look at about few 100% kind of ROI. So this is the first one that I want to share with you. The next company that I will share is this company called Pacific Bioscience of California. Okay, oh, I thought last Thursday is a good green candle. No lah, last Thursday haven't reached the support yet So not yet. Oh, you entered already lah. Okay lah. then just wait lah. Okay, this is Pacific Bioscience of California. So as you can see, pretty much it's the same. Market has been hovering a little bit of a sideways. So you can see, wow, very, very nice green candle bouncing up. So you can see that in terms of the upside, you still have about 26% in case you all cannot see. Okay, from here, $28 to $35, that's almost like a 26% upside in terms of share price. So again, with options, you should be looking at easily about 5 to 10 times ROI. So easily 200%. If you go for short term, you might even get like a 400 to 500% kind of upside if it does goes up lah. Okay, so this is to take note lah. If you don't know how to do it, don't worry. Later I'll point you to the right place to learn. Right, but this is, you can see what I do right now is a lot more of a support resistance because as you can see, a lot of stock actually is going a little bit of a sideways market lah. So take advantage of it lah. Sideways market can be also a good opportunity for us to make profit as well. Okay, next I want to show you is Amazon. Okay, so this one not yet. Okay, no opportunity yet, but as you can see for Amazon, the very, very strong support is somewhere around 3,100 and about $80 lah, around this range lah. All right, so as you can see, it has actually came down quite a fair bit. So previously, like I say, when it broke above, right, so again I was expecting it to go higher lah, but because of some earnings and news and things like that, it came down. And then you can see once it goes back to this zone, wow, then it comes back all the way. So don't worry if it comes back here. Good opportunity for you to enter. Good opportunity for you to enter. So for those who say, I missed the chance to buy Amazon. Now I give you one more chance to buy. Okay, but again, don't buy now. Wait for it to hit the yellow line and then look for obvious buying signal. Okay, look for obvious buying signal. So that's exactly how you should do. And next we have travelers. Okay, and of course, before we move on further, okay, just to take a short advertisement is please help us to like and share. For those of you who just came in, help us to like and share so that more people can actually watch and benefit from this Facebook Live. Okay, we are stuck at about 100 viewers. Okay, so again, okay, maybe I shouldn't say stuck lah. I'm very, very grateful to the 100 of you who are watching this. Wow, suddenly 106. Fantastic. Okay, but let's aim to have 150 people watching this, so that more people can benefit. Fantastic. I can see the numbers going up. And somebody show me the angry face. I don't know who lah. Okay, but anyway, let me just continue. The traveler companies. So this company is not dealing with travel. Is not dealing with a travel related, but rather it's more of a travel insurance. Okay, so they are in the insurance business. In fact, they mentioned that because of COVID, business has actually become even better. Because why? With more uncertainty, they get to increase the premium. So they charge more for their insurance lah. And sales has actually went up. So doing pretty well. So as you can see right now, there is we call this the golden cross, which is the crossover for the moving average. So let's see, this is the short-term all-time high lah. So if it can go above this yellow line, then we should be looking at even more upside. Okay. So again, like I said, this one, wait for a couple of days. Let's see if it can continue to go up. If it does goes up, then yes, I think this is also a good opportunity for us to go in and ride the trend up lah. So for me personally, I also like to take a look at the fundamental, okay, to give me more conviction in this company lah. So if you look at this, in terms of the fundamental, I've taken a look lah. It's pretty decent, okay, in terms of the numbers. But one thing that really caught my eye is the valuation. As you can see, this company is valued at a multiplier of 10.8. which is pretty amazing. Okay, any companies with a multiplier less than 15 is undervalued. Anything above 15 is overvalued lah. So this is 10.8 lah. So it's pretty much undervalued. All right. So pretty amazing in terms of the valuation. So of course, can it goes up even more? Why not? Okay, you can see that the 5-year average for this company is 13.8 in terms of the multiplier. Right. So in terms of the 5-year average, right now we are less than the 5-year average lah. So yes, the chart shows an entry. I would say that the fundamental also shows that the current pricing is relatively cheaper as well. Okay, wow, Jackson, you see, everything I do, he already predicted. Wow, so next week must invite you to come and do a sharing already. Okay, yeah, in fact, next week Jackson is coming to do a sharing. Okay, I'm not going to release too much information, but yes, okay, we will have a special guest next week. Right, so the next company that I wanted to share, okay, this is not a company, this is an ETF. Okay, this is ETF. So this is the Turkey Etf. Okay, so as you can see that we have a golden cross over here as well. So, which also means that there's more upside opportunity. But one thing to take note is that, okay, this is again something that some of you might have forgotten. Okay, we want to make sure that the candle goes above the red line. Okay, we want to make sure that the candle goes above the red line. So I will not enter right now. I will wait for maybe 2 days, maybe 3 days. Once it goes above, you can see that the line I draw right is already based on above the red line. Okay, so if I entered above the red line all the way up to this, this is what people call head and shoulder lah. So I call it the shoulder lah. Okay, it's still about 20%. Okay, 20%. Again, 20% on option lah. Wow, you can calculate lah. The return is pretty amazing. Okay, so this is Turkey. So again, Turkey, if you look at the country based on the multiplier, is at about 8 lah. 8 point something. So as you can see, fundamentally, it's also very, very cheap lah. Okay, it's also very, very cheap lah. But again, we don't just look at it from a very cheap perspective. It is because that the chart gives us an opportunity. So cheap plus good opportunity equal to what? Cheap plus good opportunity equal to buy lah. Okay, so that's as straightforward as that. Okay, yes, so that's basically what I have for you. Wow, today quite a number of opportunities. Some can go in, some need to wait for a couple of days. All right, so I hope you are learning something so far. Okay, and let me just take a look. Just now we have quite a number of you who actually mentioned me. That means you all want to know when the market is going to crash. All right, so I want you to actually put it somewhere in your phone, or if you have a paper somewhere, right, and a pen, right? Okay, now is the time for you to take it out, because I'm going to give you the exact date, where the crash is probably going to come, right? So please write it down. It is going to be November 27, 2021. Okay, November 27, 2021. All right, can you just help me to type in inside the chat as well? Okay, 27112021. 27112021. Okay, I know some of you are watching for 4D number. Okay, so yeah, please do not get by 4D lah. 27112021. Okay, once you all have typed in, then I will actually tell you all why this particular date lah. Why this particular date? Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for typing in. Okay, 27112021. Okay. So what is happening on this particular date? Let me share with you. Okay, on this particular date, something very, very important is going to happen. Okay, and that is, it is my birthday lah. Okay, so November 27, 2021, okay, y'all can go to my Facebook and wish me happy birthday. This is a very, very important date lah. Okay. So again, like I said, there's no way I can predict the stock market crash. Okay. So please, if you really write down somewhere very, very big, okay. Maybe at the side you can put a note, Bowen's birthday. Remember to wish him happy birthday on this particular date. Okay, thank you so much, Lily Roof. Okay, yeah, if you want to send a birthday cake or present, let me know. Drop me a message. I'll send you my address. Okay, yeah, Celine is a bit disappointed, right? Don't be disappointed. Okay. Yeah, so okay, let's move on. Wow, luckily, after I share this very lame thing, the number of people watching never drop much. So okay, that means people actually like it, I think. Okay, so the most important thing is what should we do now? Okay, so for me, I always believe that you should always stay invested. Oh, same as your mom. Okay, I'm not sure if I should happy, yeah, but yes. I will wish your mom happy birthday. Help me to wish your mom happy birthday also on my birthday. Okay, so keep calm and stay invested. Why do I say that? Okay, why do I say that? It's because a lot of people say that, Bowen, since you say that the market is going to crash, or that there will be a major correction coming up, maybe in about 3 months, 6 months, or I would say it's probably less than a year or maximum about a year okay, from now. So not that far off. All right, then maybe I should just sell off everything, wait for the crash to happen, and then I buy when everything is cheap. On theory, yes, sounds easy, right? Okay, but I can tell you that the moment you are not vested into the market, the moment you're out of the market, even when the market crash, I can tell you that you don't really have the conviction to invest in the market. Okay, so very importantly, I always make sure okay, as long as, so it really depends on your perspective. Are you a long-term investor? Are you a short-term investor? All right, so when I say that I'm going to stay calm and keep calm and stay invested, pretty much those that I will continue to stay invested are maybe some of the short-term trade. Okay, because remember, like I said, when you're doing short-term trade, you can trade in multiple directions, which I'm going to share with you in a while. So staying invested doesn't mean that you probably will be losing money. You can also be profitable and staying invested at the same time. But in terms of how I will allocate my portfolio, so actually right now, I would say that for me right now, I actually focus a lot more on short-term strategy. So I would say 70% is about short-term, 30% is about long-term. So as you can see, based on the opportunities that I've shared earlier on, most of them are also relatively short-term opportunities. Right, so for me, I find that since the market is already so high, you expect the price to move another 30% to 50% within the next 1 year, maybe quite challenging. Okay, but if you know how to make profit using a sideways market or even any short-term opportunity, still can make money. So that's why this is going to be my focus, more of a short-term trade. But again, in terms of the skill set, you need a little bit to be more skillful in terms of the time spent to look for the stock. You need to spend a little bit more time. All right, so for those of you who are very passive one, maybe you just invest a little bit long, hold a little bit more cash. Okay, because I believe that when you're holding long term, you are more of a long-term investor. So even if it dip, later I'll share with you what you need to do. Right, so in terms of the short-term trade that I do, okay, you can actually do either a buy call or you can also do a buy put. Okay, what ETF was discussed? I missed out. Yeah, maybe if anybody can share. Thank you so much. So yes, for options, you can actually do a buy call. If you believe it's going to go up, you buy call. If you think it's going to come down, then you do a buy put Okay, so it means you can invest in either direction, up, down, or even sideways. Like I said, when I say sideways, I'm not referring to condor, iron condor. I know some of you just now you have typed like sideways market, you can make money. So remember, market goes sideways, right? Doesn't mean that it's like one line. Okay, market don't go in one line. Market still go ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. So still can make money. Short term sideways means that your time frame is shorter. You'll get where I'm coming from, right? Okay, so again, like I said, if you do short term, then you still can benefit whether the market go up or come down because it doesn't really matter much. But if you're looking for long term, okay, what I would highly suggest for you to do is to just simply buy share. So for those of you, if let's say you have some of the companies that you believe long term is going to do well, instead of doing options, which you can, but as you can see, option has this thing called decay. So even if you go for like a 2 years option, 3 years option, when the market starts to come down and then it starts to recover slowly, your 2 to 3 years also doesn't help you. Okay, so why not just simply buy share? If you're really looking at long term, okay, if you're looking at really long term, especially in current, I'm looking at current market situation. I would prefer to just simply buy share. And what you are probably going to do, okay, and I will advise you to do is when the market drop, okay, when the major correction drop, then you go and buy more during the dip. Okay, I'm going to buy more during the dip. So right now, stay invested. You know, some of the companies you believe that 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, they will be much higher than today. You know, just buy first. If it drop, make sure that you have the cash to buy more during the dip. Okay, so that is a strategy which I think that is also very, very feasible one. Okay, very much feasible. Great. So that is my advice. Okay, so just to revise again. Okay, so if you are looking at some short term, okay, you can actually do some options trade lah. Okay, so if you want to believe it's going to go up, you buy call. If you think it's coming down, buy put. Okay, so this works on up market, down market, and even sideways market. And if you are looking at some long-term position, okay, just focus on buying share. All right, and if the major correction were to come, you then go and buy more during the dips lah. All right, then average out your buying price, and then once it recover, you should be doing pretty well. Okay, so right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a Q&A. Yes, Qing Yang say, wow, this one a bit censored. Okay, sell put also can, right? The answer is yes, you can as well. You can as well. That's right. But again, remember for sell put, right? The capital allocation is slightly bigger lah. So if your portfolio is small, you might not want to sell put because the moment you get triggered, you know, it probably one stock will take up maybe 20-30% or even 50% of your portfolio. So if your portfolio is small, then just buy 5 share, 2 share, 10 share, 20 share, 88 share, 77 share. So it's okay to hold smaller amount lah. Great. Anyone has any question, please keep it coming. Okay, if you have any question, please keep it coming. I'll be here to answer any of the questions that you have. And yes, appreciate for those of you who have actually helped us to like and share, because I can see that the numbers are increasing, okay, which also means that this video is able to reach out to more people and more people is able to have another insights to how the market is going to perform lah. And again, like I said, I'm not trying to say that whatever I share is going to be 100% correct, but I just want to give you a different perspective to how I view the market, and hopefully it will be able to help you to determine and help you to make some decision and gain more clarity when it comes to your personal investment. Okay, great. This is a little bit technical, but personally, I will still share. If you do a buy call on TSM, what strike price do you suggest? Okay, so depending on the strategy, okay, yeah. So what happens is that you can go at the money, which is the current share price, or you can go slightly out of the money, which is slightly higher than the current share price. Those are totally fine. Okay, as long as most importantly is TSM must go up lah. Okay, so whether you do at the money or off the money, both will be profitable lah. Are you sure the market will correct more? Again, I'm not sure lah. Okay, but based on valuation, based on history always repeat itself lah. Okay, yeah. As like I say lah, a lot of guru lah. I always call it guru lah. Okay, then some people say, Bowen, wow, you're so guru. No, just kidding. Everybody is telling you that the market is going to correct. Okay, why do you think they are saying this? It's because actually it is true lah. It will definitely correct lah. The answer is when. The answer is when. There's no way the market will continue to have a higher and higher multiplier without having a correction. Okay, without having a correction. Like I said, the multiplier is just a self-correcting thing. It's just how the market works. It's just how the market works. Like I said, I believe that, for example, if you invest in a solid company like Tesla, it will continue to go up higher. All right, it will continue to go up higher. But if the market correction comes, do you think the share price will be affected? The answer is also yes. So if you have a correct strategy, let's say you have a long-term perspective on Tesla. So what you can do is Okay, maybe some of your cash you want to hold it first, so that if let's say Tesla, let's say the market correction were to come and Tesla were to drop to 400 or even 300, then you have the power to buy. Okay, when it is 300, the worst thing that can happen is, you want to buy, but you have no money to buy. Okay, yeah, so I hope that answer your question. Do you think Baba has bottomed up? A very, very $1 million question. Again, like I said, I think one of the biggest risks for China company is really regulatory. And actually, based on Alibaba, it is still going down. It is still going down. So as of current moment, I would say that we don't have a clear indication of a strong support for Baba. So it could actually goes down even more. Okay, it could actually go down even more. So once again, okay, boys, comes back to what is your game plan for Alibaba. If you're looking at the long term, okay, personally, I would say that they will definitely recover lah. Okay, this is just a short term, regulatory issue, which I don't see that the government will completely cut off, some of the big giants in China, like all these giant companies. But having said that, because of all the regulatory and all the new regulations being put in, will they be affected? The answer is definitely yes lah. So again, investor will probably be staying away until the type things has settled down. So when would that happen? Maybe 3 months down the road, maybe 6 months down the road. So why focus on this? Okay, just move on to other stock for now lah. Right. Yeah, same question. China tech still viable like Baba at 150? Like I said, I think they are definitely cheap lah. So if you're buying share, holding long term, I think that's fine, but don't keep on adding at the current period of time. Okay, if it continue to drop, let it drop more, then buy at a cheaper price lah. Don't buy too much lah at this current price. Thoughts on Charge Point? This company I'm not familiar. I believe they're the one that is doing the electric charging lah. Okay, yeah, but I mean, in terms of the overall industry, I'm definitely bullish. Let me know, is it correct or not? Charge Point, because based on the name, it seems like a charging station. But it sounds like another one, which is a cyber security company, right? Yeah. But other than that, if you look at the industry for EV, I'm personally pretty bullish in terms of the overall EV industry. So any companies that is within this area, it would definitely benefit long term. Okay, it would definitely benefit long term. But like I said, current valuation is a little bit on the higher side, which also means that prices could also come down. Okay, I'm not saying that the company is lousy. I'm just saying that valuation is on the higher side. So when valuation is on the higher side, it comes down. In the long run, it will continue to go back up lah. But I think it will take time lah. Do you think it is better to buy call or shares now? If you ask me, short term buy option, long term buy share. Just now I already shared lah. Okay, yeah. I am of the same thought. Baba still going down. Okay, thanks. What about Tencent? Same lah. Same for Baba. Baba, Tencent, Meituan, JD. All I lump together lah. So China company, all I put together. To TA wise, Baba still not clear. Yeah, seems like it can still continue to go down even more. Do you recommend us to buy in Hong Kong share instead of market for Baba? If you are buying share, then yes lah, just buy Hong Kong share. I think you would have one lesser regulatory issue lah. So just buy Hong Kong market. Yes, it's correct. Wow. Luckily the name didn't bluff me. Okay. Tencent did a great job with the government with charity, so maybe good. Yes, exactly. I think even for Alibaba, they pay a huge fine. But even like I said, right now, right, you realize that the government is not targeting all the big tech company. Okay, in fact, they're targeting some of the other China company. But because again, all these big giant like Tencent, Alibaba, right? They invested into so many companies. So some of the company that they invested are being affected. So as a result, I would say that overall it's still kind of implicated but I don't see the impact as being a huge impact. That's why I still believe that Tencent, Alibaba, and all these company very, very attractive price But will I keep on buying at this current price? If you already bought, then just leave it there. If you have not bought, maybe it's good to accumulate some, okay, if you have a long-term perspective in terms of all these company. Yeah, so that's my personal take. Any thoughts on AAPL? Okay, this one I need to bring up my good friend. I haven't been looking at the chart. Okay, Apple, my good friend. Okay, yeah, personally, I'm bullish for Apple. That's personally for me. Again, my thesis for Apple is very simply focusing on number one, their ecosystem, number two, their MacBook. And of course, like I said, iPhone has been declining over the years. Okay, but because of 5G, so there are actually an increased amount of people who actually migrated from the 4G to the 5G iPhone. So I think sales from the latest iPhone is pretty decent. All right, but if you're looking at a huge, I would say, if they are getting market share, what are some of the product that they're getting market share? I think iPad is pretty strong. Okay, but one of the strongest personally for me is I think their wearables is very strong in terms of the Apple Watch and also the MacBook. Okay, so right now, if you have any friends who bought the latest MacBook, you can ask them, hey, how is it? They will tell you that it is way better than any other laptop in the market. And the price is super attractive. So, yeah, the product is amazing. Okay, so I would say that with the latest, I think they're also coming out with a new model as well. Okay, using the new chip, the new M chip, right? So with the next chip coming out, I think we could see even better improvement. Right now, they are already leading in terms of the laptop technology. So with the new chip that they come out, probably you are even ahead. So more and more people is going to jump in. And again, like I said, once people jump into the Apple ecosystem, right, they cannot get out. Once you get the MacBook, the next thing you want to get, no choice. You will say that, maybe I also get an iPhone. Then after you get an iPhone, you again get an iWatch. Then you get the EarPod. Then after that, you go and get their iTunes. You pay for their services. So you can see that once people come in because of one of their product, right, then slowly people will spend more and more. So that is the powerful thing when it comes to Apple. So I personally, I believe that Apple will continue to go up higher. But again, this is a long-term play. So yeah, if you want to go long-term, just buy some share. Wow, okay. Today, quite a lot of question. Yeah, 10 cent or go down because it's 10 cent. Maybe you should consider 20 cent. Okay, just kidding. Okay, any thoughts of AMD? Okay, I love AMD. However, as you can see, it has gone up quite a fair bit. And then recently, it's just like taking a break. Okay, yeah. So, I think valuation-wise, AMD is definitely way more overvalued as compared to Apple. Let's take a look. Let me just show you. Don't say I never show you. Okay, let's look at the P ratio. You can actually see that Apple, the P ratio, the multiplier, right? I talk about multiplier. Multiplier is at 29. So the higher the multiplier, the more expensive the stock is. Okay, put it simply. Of course, there are multiple variation. Okay, but let's look at AMD. Where's AMD? AMD is at about, did I see wrongly? Okay, correct. AMD is at about 37. Okay, it's at about 37. Okay. So if you were to compare Apple and AMD, actually I would choose Apple. Why? Because I feel that their moat is stronger. Not much competitor out there that can really compete with what they are doing. In terms of AMD, they are facing very strong from Nvidia. Okay, and I think Intel seems to be coming back up. So let's see if they can fight back. Okay. But you can see Nvidia, wow, very, very high multiplier, 74. Okay, but Intel 11.57. Okay, but having said that doesn't mean that the low is good, right? So if Intel is able to improve the business and get back their market share, I think Intel could be a good buy. But again, let's see how it goes. So far, we don't really have much good news yet from Intel as of now. Any thoughts on banks? Yep, as a very, very good timing. As you can see, banks, right, as overall, the US banks are pretty low in the multiplier, so they are still relatively undervalued, personally, in my take. So, yes, I would say that if you are looking at some of the US bank, I think it is okay to continue to stay invested in them. I think, fundamentally, they are pretty strong. Okay. Yeah, long term can also sell put, right? Yes, you can. That's right. Okay, yeah, Tencent invested into too many education company. Mine TikTok. Woohoo. Okay. Will you differentiate Chinese tech, those that are standard consumer facing like e-commerce and gig versus those that will leave China tech capabilities against US like EV and semicon? Yes, definitely. But yet at the same time, very, very interesting is that China company, right? If you look at, for example, like if you look at Tencent, you look at Alibaba, they are so big, right? That almost every other industry they have a stake in it. Okay, in fact, if I'm not wrong, like Neo, right? Okay, one of the China EEV company, maybe it's like Alibaba or Tencent is also invested in them. So you know they are so big, they are literally like too big to fail that kind. Okay, so again, have to take note, have to take note. But definitely in terms of where I differentiate, yes, I think China EV company, there's only a few main players like Li Auto and also Xpeng and also Neo. So I would say I would classify them as EV lor. E-commerce is e-commerce lah. You know, then Tencent is actually more of under gaming lah. Personally, I put Tencent as under gaming lah. They are the world largest gaming company. Just for you to know. Yep, Apple, their service also growing, but waiting the lawsuit. Yeah lor. Common. All these big companies sure have lawsuit. One Facebook also got a lot of lawsuit. You can check out the share price. With all the lawsuits still can go up lah. Why? Because they got money, they can just they can just fight. Okay, yeah, wow, not bad. I think we finished quite a number of questions. Okay, yeah, Alibaba should go payment service and non-e-commerce. I think they did lah. They did actually. They did lah. So like Alipay and all that. I mean, again, it's being regulated lah, but they are already in quite a couple of field that is non-e-commerce and also other areas. Great question. Okay, how about SE? Let's take a look. Okay, to be honest, I haven't been taking a look at SE. Previously, I said it's a buy lah. Okay, but right now it is still going up lah. So for those of you who have went in previously, you're probably still holding on. But right now, should I continue to buy? Should I buy now? Okay, maybe I should ask, should I buy now? I wouldn't suggest you to buy now lah. Okay, because we don't want to chase after. Okay, again, like I said SE, the valuation for SE is not cheap lah. Okay, let's take a look at the valuation for SE. Again, it might not be okay. Actually, SE don't need to check because I believe that they are losing money. So in terms of valuation, it's a little bit hard for us to look at it based on the normal valuation. So you have to do a lot of forecasts. You have to forecast this, how much are they going to make in the future and things like that. So again, everybody will have a different answer. But let me just take a quick look. Okay, yeah lor. So C Limited, I think right now in terms of the gaming, it is definitely profitable. In terms of their payment, which is also doing pretty well. Yes, like Shopee. Shopee is definitely growing very, very fast, gaining a lot of market share. Okay, but don't forget, just to share with you, do you know that for those of you who are buying on Shopee, right, all the voucher that you're getting, the additional 10%, 15%, do you know that all this extra discount, right, is actually not by the shop owner, right? It's actually given by Shopee. Quite a number, some of the promotion, all the cashback, right, is actually given by Shopee. So they are actually giving you so that it will attract you to actually buy more from their platform. You feel that, hey, wow, the platform very, very cheap lah. So once they have the database, once they have once they know that you're already like addicted to using their platform, right, actually moving forward, you can see that the discount will become lesser and lesser lah. All right, so right now they're investing a lot of money. That's why the company, in terms of that area of Shopee, I don't think it is profitable lah. So they're throwing a lot of money lah, like how Grab and Uber actually get started. They give a lot of incentive. So now the challenging part is, are they able to, once they reach a certain size, are they able to turn profitable? I think that is something that we have to see if they are able to do it. And what makes Alibaba so amazing is because even though they are like a giant, but they are like super profitable. Even their e-commerce is like super profitable. All right, so that is really the difference lah. Okay, running a profitable business versus running a company that is getting bigger but not profitable. There's a big difference over there. What about JD? Yeah, pretty much same lah. I would say China company have the regulatory risk issue. What about gold? Okay, so this is the last one. I'll just go through this and maybe I'll just go through a little bit about Bitcoin. Then that's it for today. Right, so for gold, it's a little bit sideways. As you can see, it's going it's going sideways lah. So nothing fantastic, nothing fantastic. Okay, again, if you want to buy gold, right, gold is really like just a hedging law. Maybe you can have like 5%, 10% of your portfolio, just hold some gold, so that when the big correction comes, pretty much lah, as per normal, gold should shoot up lah. So it's more of like a kind of a hedging purposes. Right, but you never know, because nowadays everybody's into Bitcoin as well. So instead of gold, people might now go into virtual currency like Bitcoin. The whole idea of Bitcoin is also serve as a digital currency, because nobody believe in the normal dollar anymore. So everybody want to look for alternative. Gold is like a safe haven now. But nowadays, people might perceive Bitcoin as a safe haven for those with too much cash. So yes, I think you still can you can invest some into gold and some into Bitcoin as well. Like I said previously, I mentioned that since Bitcoin has already gone above the resistance, it will continue to go up. Yeah lah, actually it is continuing to go up lah. So for those of you who went in, happy for you lah. You all should be making profit. Yeah. So again, I would say gold and Bitcoin, just take it as a hedging lah. Don't go like 50% into Bitcoin or 50% into gold, those kind of thing lah. Just put like 5-10%, allocate some money into there. I think that's fine lah. All right. Okay, yeah, so that is pretty much all I have for all of you. So I hope today's session has been valuable and you are learning something. If you are learning something from today, can you just type in learning? If you got learned something from today, can you just type in LLL, type triple L. I'll make it easier for you. Type in triple L if you have learned something from today's sharing. Okay, and then I'll show you my room. Oh, okay, I think my battery a bit weak, so my blue light disappear. All right, yeah, so basically every Saturday we will be having every Sunday 9 p.m. we'll be having our market watch. So our next market watch is going to be next coming Sunday. And like I said, just to do a quick announcement, next Sunday 9 p.m. we have a special guest, and our special guest is going to share with you one very, very interesting Singapore company that has made him a lot of money. Okay, so if you want to know what Singapore company that is, and also can we buy now? Can we buy Singapore stock right now? Okay, yeah, so make sure that you actually join us next Sunday 9 p.m. As usual, all right, on our Facebook Live. And yep, that's all I have from all of you. Thanks everyone for joining me. Most importantly, stay safe, invest safe, and I hope to see you guys next Sunday at 9 p.m. Bye bye.